All right, welcome back to Just Car Guys, the show where me and my dad talk about the latest and greatest car news and car stories from the last week.
As a reminder, I haven't seen any of this car news, so it'll be the first time for me as it is for you.
First up here, Aston Martin will be revealing the Valkyrie Roadster at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance. Aston Martin is celebrating their 70th anniversary of the first sale in North America.
Awesome.
And so not only will they reveal the Valkyrie Roadster as see here, but they'll also be showing the Valhalla, which will debut, as well as Aston has confirmed it will be slotted to just 999 units.
Ooh, look at that.
Both also incredible cars. Aston, they're really up in their game.
They stepped up their game recently, yeah.
I'm excited to see what they give us because this stuff's pretty cool. So they also said that they will be debuting a vehicle that, quote, extends the company's performance credentials a step further. But it is unknown if this is the Valkyrie they're speaking about or something else.
Interesting.
Potentially something really cool coming from them.
Yeah, I feel like they were struggling for a little bit there.
They always
weren't
have,
sure
really.
if they were going to, be able to continue to produce cars. So, it's
really
great to see
stepping
them
up now,
not only, take their existing regular line to the next level, but
cool.
also,
start making hypercars and being involved in F1. They have an
it's
F1
awesome.
team now with Racing Point that they are co-owners of. This next story, it's good, but it's sad.
Uh-oh.
So Acura is bringing us an even crazier version of their NSX supercar, but it's a sad send-off. Acura has announced they are bringing the Type S badge to the NSX, but with the excitement comes disappointment, as the 2022 model year will be the final year for the current generation of the NSX.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. I know that it didn't necessarily take off the way people kind of thought it would, but it's an unbelievable car.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the performance figures are incredible.
It's an incredible car.
Any of the, those that have been able to drive them, and, I've seen some of the videos about them and stuff.
Yeah.
They're impressive.
Oh, yeah, they're great.
That will be the steal of the century here in a handful of years when
it really will.
The appreciation's hit and they've dropped down and you can get into one and it's still a Honda foundation and it's got all the good internals and it'll probably be. That'll be one to watch. So
with that, there will be all 350 units of this that will be produced are going to be Type S models only, receiving an improved version of the twin turbocharged V6 and sport hybrid all-wheel drive system. The Type S is also expected to feature a more aggressive suspension setup, louder exhaust, different wheels and tires, all that kind of stuff. Acura said they will, quote, continue to pursue sports cars, and the company is actively investigating what the next generation of sports cars should be in an electrified era. So we can hopefully expect a future generation of the NSX. It just might not sound fantastic.
Well, or maybe they're looking at the smaller entrants, right? Like something that's a little more affordable for folks, a sports car, but not this is borderline, supercar. I'm telling you, they look beautiful in the photos. It's even better in real life. But I saw a few recently on the highway, and they are. Oh yeah, they're stunning.
They're fantastic. Yeah. So cool. So with that, we go from one manufacturer cutting a car to another manufacturer cutting a car. Toyota is killing off the Avalon. The Toyota Avalon was first produced in 1994 and will be completing its run in production in August of 2022. Unfortunately, this is not a big surprise as we see many other companies removing their large sedans as the segment gets less and less popular. I like big sedans. Why don't people like big sedans? I like sedans.
People are just drifting away from them, I guess. Lame. Well, a lot of people just are preferring SUVs right now, right?
SUVs are
so
boring.
It would be interesting. I don't know the last time I was in an Avalon. I was probably in '94 or whenever they came out. But it would be interesting to see what they look like on the inside right now because
really nice.
It probably is. Yeah, I mean, the way Toyota does things.
This next one is interesting. The United States Congress is working on a $78 billion surface transportation bill that includes a safety provision aiming to reduce the number of impaired drivers. So you might wonder how this applies to a car show. Well, the bill would establish a new, quote, advanced drunk and impaired driving prevention technology safety standard, meaning if passed, this bill would give manufacturers at least 3 years to implement technology into new vehicles that prevent impaired drivers from being able to operate them.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
I wonder what that technology will be.
Me as well, because they also the technology is actually not specified in the bill, but only the only part they really mention about is that the National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration will have to verify its effectiveness. So whatever it may be, it just has to work.
They're just talking about impaired, so it's not like it they're going to retrofit cars or build them with like a breathalyzer in them or something like that.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't cover all impairments, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Weird, right?
That seems a little gray.
I don't know how they're going to pull that off.
Okay.
Not going to get political about it. I just don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I'd like to hear more. Really.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I would as well. So the price for the Tesla Model S just keeps on rising. So the Model S long range used to be available for just over $70,000, but now over the past couple years and with some recent price adjustments, the new price, it starts at $91,190.
Wow.
So with this price, you do get white paint, 19-inch wheels, and a black interior. Other colors are $1,500 to $2,500 extra, with the optional 21-inch wheels being an extra $4,500.
Wow. So any color other than white, you've got to pay?
Yep.
Wow. Did they change the front on that, or have I just not been paying attention?
It's
a little? I like it. I think
they made it sharper.
Yeah.
It's not as round, but it's basically the same car.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that it is the same car, but it does. I think it's a nice little refresh. I just watched a video of some dude running his Plaid on a quarter-mile track, and he almost got kicked off because he was running like
too fast.
Yeah,
That's
it was
crazy.
He's running like mid to low nines.
Don't you have to isn't there a ton of prep work you got to do for that though?
It seemed like he was running that thing into the ground, so there wasn't a whole lot of prep. Like
nines?
I think nines.
Oh,
they told him he had to slow down, so he was running. He decided to run 8 miles, and you go look it up. You should check it out. It's something else because he was slamming the brake after an 8th mile. He crossing the line at a 108, and he still broke out because they want him to be under 10, or they want to be 10 or over. And yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
that's one thing with electric though. The performance, man, the straight line performance is crazy.
I wouldn't want to try and drive one of those around a corner.
Oh yeah, but, I don't know.
But I mean, the acceleration be fun.
Oh yeah. So, again, I feel like we're just giving you guys a bunch of disappointing stuff this week. The New York Auto Show is officially canceled for 2021.
That's
the
a bummer.
previously rescheduled show is now canceled due to a rise in the COVID-19 Delta variant cases and stricter New York City regulations. Unfortunately, we don't have any other information now, so we don't know when cars like the 2022 WRX and the Nissan Z and all those cool cars that were going to be revealed on August 17th and the 19th, we don't know. So the next New York Auto Show will be in the spring of 2022. This next one is actually pretty interesting. Stellantis has revealed a bunch of upcoming EV products. So the first one, on Stellantis EV Day, Jeep announced they would have an EV in all segments they compete in by 2025. The brand has revealed their first EV will arrive in the first half of 2023, but they did not provide any more details. 2023 is a lot quicker than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like those wheels.
Well, that Jeep's cool.
Yeah.
That Jeep's cool. I'm glad that they're saying it will be offered, right, in their different variants, and it's not replacing everything, at least at this point.
Their plan
at some point maybe, but I don't know. It's kind of nice that
So with that as well, Dodge is also getting a plug-in hybrid that will launch next year, but they also, again, gave no details on it. And This is a new one. I haven't heard anything about this. This is intriguing. Okay. Alfa Romeo will have a fully electric lineup starting in 2027 for the North American, Chinese, and European markets. So from what I've seen online, some people are actually excited because they're hoping it'll solve their reliability issues.
Isn't part of their reliability issues like in their electronics? I don't know.
I have no clue.
Okay. I don't know enough about it. I shouldn't say too much about it. I feel like I like the way they look, you know. I've heard some that sound pretty good, and then I've heard others that sound terrible.
What's bad is,
I don't know
like,
what that's
I'm
all
pretty
about.
sure I looked up some exhaust videos before, and the Stelvio sounds better than this in some circumstances. I'm like, how's
that?
And another very interesting one, another Italian here, Maserati is also going electric with its lineup being electrified by 2025, the first of which being the Gran Turismo by 2022, and another unnamed EV by 2023. So the only redeeming quality about Maserati, the noise, is being taken away.
That is a shame. I just don't understand how it's going to work without the noise.
It's like I don't think it will. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Unless they can figure out a noise, it's not good. I don't think it's going to work.
These electric cars are amazing. When we drove the Taycan, like that thing it's incredible.
It's a beast. Like it's fast.
And I can see having a quiet car in that type of segment, right? Like it's still a four-door luxury, right? But something that's sporty, you lose a little bit. Like that's I don't know. I'm optimistic. I think. There's a lot of smart people out there, and they're working on this stuff. But
hopefully, I just hope.
Like I was in Las Vegas, not just yesterday, I guess.
Yeah.
There's some Lamborghinis running around, and they look cool. But the first thing you do is wait to hear them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
so.
Trust me, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I do think there's got to be a middle ground. Like, there has to be a way we can make an efficient car that's good for the environment, but also good for enthusiasts. It's got to be possible. It's just going to take a long time.
I'm sure they'll get there.
Out.
Yeah. And also, as you think about the manufacturers and what they have to do to retool all of their, their factories and all that stuff, like, it's not easy to run both gas and then probably electric.
No.
So I get it why they have to just commit to it and just change things over.
Well, and I mean they're getting pushed by the governments too as well. Like, 'cause they're in a tough spot. There's no chance that's what they want to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean they are getting a lot of performance out of it, but to your point too, there's a big market for
guarantee
parts and things like that.
Like CEO of Ferrari right now is not excited about probably having to go to electric.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah. All those, like, Lamborghini too, I bet they're not having, like, because that Lamborghini, like, it's the noise. So
part of their signature.
It's gonna be interesting. So now is some interesting news from a company you probably forgot existed. Introducing the Morgan Plus 4 CXT. Now, unfortunately, this thing is not available in the United States, but this car is is described as being designed for overland adventure, featuring an external roll cage, electronically controlled limited slip differential sourced from BMW, all-terrain tires, raised ride height with a BMW turbocharged 2-liter inline-4 engine, and a 6-speed transmission.
I bet that thing's a lot of fun.
I bet it's a blast to drive.
Awesome.
So now Morgan will build 8 of these things.
Oh, that's it?
Guess how much the price is. What's the price tag?
Oh, I don't even know where to start. I don't know how much a regular Morgan is, so
$240,000. Yes.
Yeah, I probably not.
I would not. No. Yeah, not me. Would.
Aren't they? Is this the one that's made out of wood?
They make some of them, but I don't think this one's made out of wood. McLaren is building 106 examples of the Speedtail. These things have 1,035 horsepower and cost $2.1 million. But McLaren Special Operations is creating an even cooler one called Albert. So,
okay.
Yes, Albert. So now this may seem strange, but it's actually an homage to the original McLaren F1 test mules from 1992. The name is a reference to Albert Drive, which is where McLaren built and developed the supercar in England.
Cool. Okay.
So what's awesome about this, McLaren's MSO team spent 12 weeks applying this intricate paint job, because what it is it's meant to mimic the prototype's camo livery with the black and with the gray and the white, and the gray lines represent the actual airflow over the car.
Ah, that's cool.
Like, that's awesome.
It is, yeah. I gotta tell you, like, I think that it's amazing for what it is. The look of the Speedtail is not my favorite, the rear end.
The front looks good. I like the front.
The front looks like the rest of them.
Yeah.
The McLaren, like, you can tell it's McLaren for sure. That top view is a little bit better, but like down, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's a great idea, having the design come straight out of the wind tunnel,
sick.
Like for the paint job. That's cool.
It's so cool. So next here, President Biden is announcing a set of plans to accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles and reduce vehicle emissions. So with that, Biden has also said that he will sign an executive order setting a goal for EVs, plug-in hybrids, and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles to account for 50% of new car sales by 2030. With that, now this is not an enforced order, and it actually relies on automakers to voluntarily commit to the goal as well. So it's not like a regulation. All vehicles have to be like this, which is, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And so manufacturers, including BMW, Ford, General Motors, Honda, Stellantis, Toyota, Volkswagen, and Volvo have voiced support for this goal. But a joint statement from Ford, GM, and Stellantis, which is kind of cool, they all got together and make a statement, says that automakers will strive to hit this 50% sales goal as long as the federal government offers significant support as well, including funding for EV-related research, support for domestic manufacturing, research and development, as well as increased incentives to encourage consumers to buy the cars. Next here is by far the coolest thing on today's roster. Introducing the Porsche 911 GT2 RS Club Sport 25. Porsche and Manthey Racing are celebrating 25 years of partnership with this incredible limited edition monster. So this thing comes with a 690 horsepower, twin turbocharged 3.8 liter flat six with a 7-speed PDK dual clutch automatic transmission. With this, you get adjustable racing suspension, carbon fiber bodywork, a data logger, and Porsche stability management system as well. Of course, a bunch of other racing goodies and stuff like that. They will only produce 30 of these cars, with just 6 coming to the United States, costing a whopping $620,000.
Wow.
Look at that.
That thing is awesome.
So cool.
Oh, that thing is awesome.
It's awesome. Dude, it's sick. All right.
Wow.
So now, I never thought that this sentence was possible, but the Pagani Huayra BC is getting an upgrade. So the Pagani has shared images of the Huayra BC Tempesta, which the Italian supercar maker says is for further unleashing the car's true racing attitude.
Wow.
It's awesome. So you can see it's like full exposed carbon fiber. The car receives an adjusted front splitter, redesigned front air intakes, as well as a new rear wing featuring a central fin, which is awesome. The Mercedes AMG 6-liter V12 also receives more power, going from 791 horsepower and 775 pound-feet of torque to 819 horsepower and 811 pound-feet of torque.
Did you see the scoops, the hood scoops coming off the roof line? And man, that thing is awesome. I gotta tell you, like, they
make art.
Yeah, like, they really do. It is a piece of art.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You got any interior pictures?
Nope.
Thanks.
They didn't give me any. What am I supposed to do?
That's some of what makes those cars, is how beautiful the interior is.
Well, they didn't change anything in the interior. They changed the engine and the exterior.
Extra 30 horse.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
That's cool.
So with that, that is it for today's episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Anthony CIFAL. With that, you have an excellent rest of your week.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you later.
Peace out.